Dave the Viking Cat, Through the Stone of Stars, a Deep Space Nine crossover. It was a stormy evening in 9th century Scandinavia. Lightning cracked across the sky as Dave the Viking Cat, mighty warrior and occasional mischief maker, prowled the sacred hill of Runefell Crag, where legends spoke of a magic stone portal built by the gods. Dave sniffed the air. Thunder, ozone, and something weirdly metallic. Suddenly, the ancient runestone hummed to life, glowing with an eerie blue light. A bolt of lightning struck it, and with a loud bzzz zap, the stone ripped open a swirling portal of light and stars. Either I've been sniffing too much fermented salmon, or this is an adventure, Dave muttered, gripping his tiny rune-carved hammer in his paw. Without hesitation, he leapt through the portal and instantly vanished. Deep Space Nine, 24th century alarms beeped. A ripple of energy surged through the Bajoran wormhole, and suddenly a furry blur of fur and fury appeared on the promenade. "Emerging life forms in Sector 12, barked the computer. Security officers rushed in, phasers drawn, only to find a confused-looking Viking cat in a helmet, cloak, and miniature sword, meowing indignantly while batting at a food replicator. "What in the name of Kales?" muttered Lieutenant Worf, raising an eyebrow. "Captain Sisko," said Major Kira, staring at the monitor, "we have a visitor. A small one, very angry, possibly Norse. The Viking cat in the 24th century Dr. Bashir tried to scan him." The tricorder exploded in a puff of smoke. Odo tried to put him in a containment field. Dave promptly escaped by batting the controls with his hammer. "Where am I?" Dave demanded, meowing in Old Norse. Luckily, Jadzia Dax, being a science officer with hundreds of years of memories, understood enough to reply. "You've traveled through time and space via a quantum rune anomaly. You're aboard Deep Space Nine, far beyond Midgard." Dave blinked. "This isn't Valhalla?" "No, but we do have Klingons. Close enough." A plan to return together. Chief O'Brien and Dax studied the readings from Dave's enchanted hammer, which crackled with ancient energy. They discovered it was resonating with the transporter's quantum buffer, and if calibrated just right, they could reverse the temporal spatial portal. "Think of it like slingshotting a cat back through a magic wormhole using 24th century tech," O'Brien said, shrugging. "Sounds like every Tuesday around here," muttered Quark. The finale, Cat versus Chrono Chaos. But just as they were ready to beam Dave home, a strange distortion echoed through the wormhole, a time wraith creature drawn to the hammer's power. It surged into the station, snarling with void energy. Dave leapt into action. "Hold my fish!" he yowled, summoning a bolt of ancient Norse lightning through his hammer. With a crack and a zap, Dave smacked the wraith back into the wormhole with the kind of force that made even Worf slow clap. Home again. With stories to tell. With the rift stabilized, Dave stood on the transporter pad, giving a dignified flick of his tail. "You've been an unusual guest," Captain Sisko said, grinning. Dave gave a nod. "If you ever need a cat with a hammer, you know where to find me." With a final burst of light and science magic, Dave vanished, reappearing moments later in the 9th century atop Runefell Crag, mid-thunderstorm. Njal the sheep farmer was waiting. "You were gone 10 minutes. Where'd you go?" Dave just purred and said, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you." Thus ends the saga of Dave the Viking Cat and the Stone of Stars. But remember, somewhere beyond the wormhole, a tricorder still buzzes with faint meows.